Hold on to your cowboy hats, Heartland fans, because the news we've all been waiting for is finally here. Season 19 is officially happening, and if you thought Season 18 was dramatic, just wait. Plot leaks, surprise returns, emotional twists, and jaw-dropping developments are on the horizon. So, let's break it all down. If you've been riding with Heartland for years like I have, you know this show feels more like family than fiction. So when CBC confirmed the renewal of Season 19, it felt like home was calling again. It's been a while since Season 18 wrapped up back in early November, but finally, production resumed on May 29th, and yes, it's happening right back where it belongs, Alberta. Even Amber Marshall herself confirmed it in a heartfelt announcement. Filming is officially underway, and everything is falling into place. While the premiere date hasn't been locked in just yet, if history is anything to go by, we can probably expect new episodes to start airing in fall 2025, think late September or early October. So, if you're like me, go ahead and block off those weekends. Something tells me we won't want to miss a single minute. Season 18 wasn't short on drama. The drought storyline didn't just build tension, it mirrored real-life challenges that Alberta ranchers were actually going through in 2023. But here's the kicker. When filming began in May, the crew expected dry, dusty fields. But Alberta had other plans. The land was green and lush. Amber even joked that they were shooting a drought in one of the wettest seasons we've ever felt. Honestly, I'm glad we got the green pastures. Heartland always shines brighter that way. Of course, the weather wasn't the only storm stirring. Season 18 delivered serious drama with ranch rivalries, especially with the entrance of Price beef, a threat to everything the Bartlett-Fleming ranch has stood for. And in the middle of it all, a new romance that none of us saw coming. Amy and Nathan's growing bond was one of the most refreshing surprises of the season, and their final kiss in the season finale? Total chills. So what does that mean for Season 19? For starters, expect Heartland to return to its roots with a renewed focus on horses. Amber Marshall, now also a producer, mentioned they're working on new horse characters, breeds, and disciplines. She's passionate about bringing the horses back to center stage, and with her creative influence behind the scenes, that's exactly what we're getting. And here's where it gets emotional. There's a real possibility that we'll see Ty again, not in the present storyline, but through powerful flashbacks and dream sequences. Amy's journey with Nathan will deepen in Season 19, but she'll also be saying goodbye to Ty in her own way. Word is that Amber, who's still close friends with Graham Wardle in real life, managed to convince him to return for some incredibly emotional scenes. These never-before-seen moments will show Amy reflecting on the past as she embraces her future. Get ready. Those scenes are going to hit hard. Now, onto the theories and fan chatter that's taken over the internet. One major theory is that Amy and Nathan might actually get married this season. With the ranch rivalry heating up, and Nathan's sister, who made her first appearance in the Season 18 finale, adding even more chaos, marriage could be their way of uniting the families and the land legally. It would be a bold move, but maybe that's exactly what the Heartland Ranch needs right now. Some fans, however, aren't counting out Caleb just yet. Apparently, he might be pushing harder for Amy's heart in Season 19, and if she ends up choosing Nathan, there's talk that Caleb could leave the ranch for good. That would be heartbreaking, considering how long he's been part of the Heartland family. But maybe it's necessary for everyone to find their own happiness. Meanwhile, there's speculation that Lou might make a return to politics. With the ranch facing increasing pressure from Price beef, her leadership and experience could be exactly what the Bartletts need to navigate the chaos. Honestly, I think Lou was born for politics, and I'd love to see her step back into that spotlight. Then there's Katie. She's now about the same age Amy was when the series first began, and there's growing buzz that she might step into a more central role. Some even think she could find her own version of Ty and become the future of the show, especially if Amy and Nathan's story takes a more settled turn. That said, let's be real. Katie's storyline in Season 18 wasn't the strongest. If she's going to carry the torch forward, she'll need a serious character arc upgrade. And before I forget, there's one more huge update. CBC is launching a dedicated Heartland streaming channel. Yes, all 17 past seasons will now have their own space, and this could make the show far more accessible for fans around the world. Finally, international fans might get the same easy access we've been hoping for. So, what do you think? Will Amy and Nathan tie the knot? Will Ty's flashbacks bring the closure we've all been craving? Is Caleb really ready to walk away? And could Katie truly be the next generation of Heartland? I want to hear your theories, your hopes, and your predictions. Drop them in the comments. If you're just as obsessed as I am, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat from Heartland. Trust me, you won't want to blink during Season 19.